We've gone more than 120 days without a Nintendo Direct. Sure, we've gotten a Smash and Pokemon Direct, but not a real Nintendo Direct for all-around Switch titles. So it seems to me and many others that we must be getting one here soon, especially since Nintendo usually has a beginning of the year Direct. So today, I'm going to be going over what I think will be in the upcoming Direct, and when I think it's going to happen. But before we do, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, and maybe subscribe, because that helped me out a huge bunch. But anyways, let's jump into my thoughts on what will be in the next Nintendo Direct. First off is probably the one game that I'm nearly 100% sure would be there, and that is Animal Crossing New Horizons. As of right now, Animal Crossing is pretty much the only big Nintendo first-party game we know of for a fact coming this year. Since it launches in March, it has to be talked about again sometime before then. We still don't know a lot about how some parts of the game might work. In fact, I'd argue we barely know more than what we saw at the first E3 trailer last year. If I were to guess what they would show off, I would guess maybe how the island can evolve as you play the game, likely showing off some stores you can unlock as well, because of right now we only know of the one run by Tom Nook and Timmy and Tommy. We could also maybe see what Isabelle's role is. We've known that she'd be in the game for a while, but we finally got to see what she looks like on the box art. She appears to be working for Tom Nook this time around. Since she is the mascot of Animal Crossing, I bet they dedicate some time to her. Finally, we may even be able to get a view into some of the events around town like Toy Day. Maybe we'll get to see who this character is also about, who's also on the box art. I don't really think he looks like Chip, so I think it may be a new character entirely. But yeah, I'd be very surprised if Animal Crossing isn't there. And if it isn't, then we are pretty much guaranteed an Animal Crossing New Horizons Direct. Even though I think we'll be getting one anyways. I'm super excited for this game and can't wait to learn more. Next on the list is I bet they're going to talk about one of three games, being Breath of the Wild 2, Bayonetta 3, or Metroid Prime 4. We know very little about each of these games aside from that they're in development. If I were to guess, we are more than likely going to see Breath of the Wild 2, because it's a sequel it wouldn't be as hard to develop, meaning they're likely a further bit along than the other two. There's a chance it could come out this year, but it's sort of low. If I were to guess, we likely wouldn't get a release date for any of these games, and whichever one is talked about will likely release in 2021. The next one is much more of a hope, but I really want whatever that other extra game style is in Super Mario Maker 2. There's such an obvious gap here that I think there has to be another game style that they're working on. Mario Maker 2 started the beginning of the year Direct last year, so it could maybe do it again. A new game style would be huge as that completely change how some levels are made. I think it'll be Super Mario Bros. 2 USA, however I think a Mario Odyssey or even a Mario 64 theme would be really cool. If they do show off new game styles, then I bet they'd introduce some new objects with it. If it were Mario USA for example, they'd probably add Shy Guys. Now I'm not sure if the DLC would come this Direct or later, but I'm pretty sure it will come eventually. That open gap in that plural title are just begging for a new theme to be added. Next up, I'm going to say something I don't think will be there. I'm pretty sure we won't get our next Smash character there. Now, of course, there is always a chance, but we just got Byleth, so it seems like maybe they're going to wait for this next one. Although, seeing as the next character after Byleth would likely release in June, it may actually be the best place to announce it here, instead of a few days earlier at E3. It could happen, but I'm not going to go in expecting a Smash reveal. But if there is a Smash reveal, it better be Steve or Drybones. Now we don't know about Nintendo's big holiday game yet. Sure, Animal Crossing is absolutely huge and that could have worked, but we're getting that in March. So if I were to guess, I'm really hoping the big 2020 holiday game is Super Mario Odyssey 2. Super Mario Odyssey is one of the Switch's biggest titles, and in my opinion, it's best as well. As an Odyssey fanboy myself, I've been dying over the lack of major DLC content or sequel news. It'd be pretty late for them to release DLC for it now. This is basically the perfect time gap for a sequel. If this gets announced, I'll be super hyped, and honestly, with us knowing Breath of the Wild is getting a sequel, it isn't too unlikely. The sequel would come with many new kingdoms to explore, and maybe some returning ones as well. I'd be very excited to revisit the world of Mario Odyssey in a sequel, so I really hope this is the holiday game this year. But for the final parts of the video, I want to discuss when I think this Direct will be. Honestly, even though we were all thinking it, I doubt it'll be in January. Actually, I think it's a pretty simple guess to say around the same day as last year, February 11th through the 13th sometime. I bet that's when they'll be doing their first directs of the year from now on. I don't really have much more to say than that on the date, since I think it's a pretty safe guess. But anyways, that's it for this video. What do you all think will be at the next direct? Let me know in the comments. I'm really excited to get more info on Animal Crossing and anything else we may see. If you enjoyed this video, then please drop a like or maybe even subscribe, as that helped me out a huge bunch. Links to my Twitter and Discord server are in the description. But anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.